Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Awesome 80s On Live podcast.
This is Lawrence.
This is Michael. How are you?
I'm good. If you've noticed on the YouTubes, every episode begins with like my face in an awkward position. So, like that. Come on.
What?
How are you?
Good. Good to see you put the banner up. Appreciate it.
I'm not at my house.
Yeah,
What do you
those
want me
things
to
are all up,
do?
Glenn. When my friend Glenn and I did a podcast with him, he took it all the way to Florida with him.
I'm inconveniencing the man enough.
Okay. Even like big tacks, like the big ones, like the ones Grandpa has in his garage, so I can put this up on your wall. Vision.
Yeah, if you want to buy me the banner, I'll be glad to put one up.
No, sir. No room in that budget. Good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
Joined as most of the time here by Michael H. Hello, Michael.
Hello, boys.
Michael's eating what only can be described as a delicious pizza muffin.
A mini pizza.
A mini pizza. Jake's over there watching Spaceballs on his iPad. We may hear from him later.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny.
I did want to get a child's perspective. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, it's funny because he, as he's laying down on the spare sofa, he said, "Just tap me when you need me."
Okay.
That's what's happening there.
Okay.
I think he gets that pretty honestly, right? From his father.
Just let me know.
Just let me know when you need me. Let me know.
Just let me know. So we're going to do a movie night, but real quick, let's talk about the upcoming stuff we have. It's our first hostful for a while, where it's just hosts and close friends of the show. We got feedback that some of you like those. We also got feedback that out of 2 people voting, I didn't get 1 vote for sexy, but one of the guys who's never on camera did.
Well, maybe you just got to give him a little bit. Just give him a taste.
It's very jaded because I assume one of the votes came from his lovely cohort. So.
What, Glenn? What is it?
I didn't get funniest. I didn't even ask for funniest. They just felt compelled to tell me I was funniest.
All right, that's fine.
Whatever.
Or biggest a-hole, it's fine. Whatever.
Me and Mike H. got the pleasure to see you this weekend, see your film. Premiere.
Yes.
The short film festival.
At the Drunken Zombie Peoria International Film Festival.
How did
Illinois.
you? I never found out.
I don't know. They didn't let us know, but I did get the feeling. I mean, I invited as many because they're taking votes from the people in the crowd. So I don't know if we John Kennedy this thing or not. I think we might have been okay. Like, I don't know if I won or not. I'll let you know.
If you
won in my heart.
Yeah. If you lost by 1, I feel horrible.
Does that mean you didn't? I told you to vote your conscience. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't vote. That's not your conscience. Okay.
I did vote for you. I still have not received access online to this film, but that's fine.
That's
whatever. So that was a wonderful experience. Thank you for that. And upcoming, we have this month, in no particular order, The Land Before Time. We have a special guest, Chloe
Climb.
We also are going to be doing another one with sometimes co-host Bobby Joe.
Okay.
We have not picked out that movie yet, but that is to come. And then, I don't know, maybe something we'll be thankful for. We'll ramp it up as we start the holiday season in December.
Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
We will not be doing a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. So, that's what we got.
No, you decided no Charlie Brown Thanksgiving.
I'm not doing Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Fuck Charlie Brown. Did you sit down and watch those as an adult?
Do you think they suck?
They suck.
Okay.
I'm also drinking Butterfly tonight. It's a melodic beverage inspired by the magic of Mariah Carey. Butterfly gives everyone absolutely something new to sing about. Lets a melodic blend of sophisticated sweetness lift you to a high notes every day that you pamper yourself with a sip of Butterfly inspired by Mariah Carey. So, it's delicious.
Did you ever see her movie? What was it called? Sparkle, or what was it called?
I did not. Glitter, maybe?
Glitter, that's what it was.
I did enjoy her movie in 1997 summer with Puff Daddy where she's on a jet ski.
Ooh.
Me and Britt Cotney watched that about 217 times a day.
Well, it
So,
seems like she's found happiness with that Nick Carter character. So.
oh no, Nick Cannon, no, they're divorced.
Divorced. No, they're happy. I know they're happy. She was,
Ah,
said she
They're
was going to
happy
call me if
now.
she was unhappy.
I have a goal every day to call the 800 number on the back of Butterfly, and it goes to a voicemail, and I try to leave them a new message every day. It started today because I just discovered it was yesterday. Tomorrow I'm going to inquire about where they're at.
Okay, Glenn, you ran a scam. Okay, this guy I know, Glenn. He ran a scam to get Captain Morgan out of a handle. Like you said, it broke, and you wanted to get, and then eventually Captain Morgan sent you a free Captain Morgan, correct? I mean,
Right.
that guy I know, Glenn.
Yes.
Okay. Was there an 80s movie or an 80s TV show where they did like the same thing with like Yoo-Hoo, where the kid opened up a thing of Yoo-Hoo, or like he opened up the can, there was like rat hair in it, and he kept writing the letters and writing letters.
That seems to strike a chord with Mike H. It does not strike a chord with me.
Part of me thinks it might have been in different strokes. I don't remember. Damn it. I'll figure it out. It just came to me over the weekend.
You know, someone recently gave me a website to check out, and if you want to waste a few hours of your life, my80stv.com, it's full of like commercials and TV shows, just a bunch of stuff you forgot existed. Have you ever checked this site out?
No, we should put a link to it on our Facebook page.
Do that. I'm looking for it.
There are a lot of clickbait situations out there on the internet, Glenn.
There's a lot of what now?
Sometimes you're like, I just spent 4 hours doing this, or whatever. You know, it's like my Sunday is shot. I was supposed to get shit done.
And you can thank Al Gore for that.
It's true.
Thanks.
Al Gore. So we're going to talk about Spaceballs tonight.
Spaceballs. I did want to thank other people that do contribute to our Facebook page before we get into
yes.
the Nicole L, the Aaron S, Mark H, and Brett P, Adam G, Eric C, Marianne H, always great, Mr. L.A. Rizzo. He's fantastic.
Still convinced he doesn't listen to the show.
Convinced he doesn't listen to the show, but if you do listen to the show and you want to email us at hosts@theawesome80s.com and you want to take over anything, you want to write a blog post or anything for our website, please do.
We have a job offer out there.
We have a job offer for you.
Charge. I mean, you don't get
Sean N, Casey H, Adam G, Greg S, Sarah J, Donovan R, Sean N, Corey F, and of course Bobby Joe. Bobby Joe, she's out there.
Thank you all. We had, did you notice 8 new people this week? So that was nice.
That's just famous. Appreciate it.
We are in a war with Facebook right now. They would not allow me to pay them money to tell people about tonight's show. I don't think they like Google.
How come you would? Yeah, we don't do that kind of stuff, Glenn. That's underhanded.
What, promote ourselves?
That's underhanded. We just totally organic, grassroots. That's what we're about.
We promote ourselves?
Yes. Well, thank you all for all the new listeners and all the old listeners out there.
We send them stuff with our name on it. I mean,
also, the T-shirts weren't done. We're trying to get the T-shirt. I'll get the people that have ordered T-shirts. They are flying off the shelves, but they're not done. They printed them and they printed them wrong, and I threw things down on the floor of the T-shirt place. I stomped around. I raised a ruckus, and hopefully they'll give me a discount. But the T-shirts aren't done. They printed them wrong, so I'll get them out as soon as they are done.
I mean, we have beads with our faces on it.
With a face on them.
I think we only have one more pair left.
Okay.
One more set of beads.
You got stickers?
I got stickers.
Yeah.
Yes, I have stickers as well.
Temporary tattoos? What do you want? So,
Just Mahina tattoos. All right, so Spaceballs.
if Vince McMahon were to introduce this movie, he would say, Spaceballs. So I'm gonna movie. That's how I'm gonna choose.
Keep saying that to your son.
Spaceballs.
Dick, you're gonna watch Spaceballs, the movie.
Back to the movie, Jake. Fine.
So, what is your first memory of Spaceballs? I'm gonna stop saying it like that. It's gonna get annoying. It's gonna hurt my throat. No, Mariah Carey can't help me out.
You don't have this.
I've talked to my parents recently about the attitudes of children and the behavior of children, and my dad said that I was exhausting. I'm just quoting my father. He's like, Michael, you were exhausting. And he said he wasn't smiling, he wasn't crying, thank God. But I just remember as a child, my dad on Saturdays he would take me to the movies to get me out of the house. So my mom, he would say, "So your mother could have some peace." And I remember seeing Short Circuit, a few of the Police Academy movies, and I do remember seeing Spaceballs, even with the word "fuck" and shit a bunch of times.
It was PG. PG.
That's fucking shit. So it's okay. It's PG, Dad.
So, if you're a child listening to this, there's 2 questions to ask mom or dad. What is strange? And do I need to be more of a pain in the ass to go see a movie every Saturday? That's all. That's all you need to know.
So, I definitely remember Short Circuit. But yeah, the beginning of the movie had the over-exaggerated minute and 32 seconds flight of Spaceball 1.
It is exactly a minute and 32 seconds. We just timed it with a stopwatch.
Okay.
I'm sure you did the same thing. You wouldn't cheat and just go on to
I wouldn't go online and just look and see how long it took. Jeez.
All right.
Right. Who would do things like that?
So, right away we meet a character named Dark Helmet. Tell me about Dark Helmet.
Well, like many men in power, he doesn't really deserve that power, and he of course abuses that power and only uses that power to instill fear in other people by crushing their testicles with a ring he carries around with him. Not that all men in power crush testicles, but they do probably abuse it in similar ways. It could be the emotional testicles in men.
Why do you think? Why do you think he doesn't deserve it?
Well, obviously he doesn't feel good about himself. I mean, he's trying to overcompensate for his giant helmet. I don't know. I mean, people could look into that, and they could see it might be a euphemism for something, or it symbolizes something.
Black cock?
Obviously, he has a small white cock, and he wants people to think he has a giant black cock. Is that what you wanted me to say, Glenn? To the world?
My son is just 5 feet from me.
He's watching Spaceballs. Spaceballs, Jake. Spaceballs.
Keep watching.
Keep your headphones on.
So he's overcompensating for a small white peenie. What else do you think? Do you think he feels happy where he's at in life?
Well, he definitely does enjoy his power. He enjoys his quiet times. He enjoys drinking Mr. Coffee out of the machine. Also, in the movie, I tried to do an homage, the one over the weekend. I had these characters in hazmat suits, and I had them smoking. And I tried to do, with the sound effects, I tried to do an homage to when Dark Helmet was
Pausing.
So, Michael was
drinking coffee.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We lost you for a second.
So. Oh, that's fine. Did you hear me?
No.
Okay.
I mean, we got homage, drinking coffee.
Hey.
Okay.
Michael.
We had the homage to in my film where he was 2 of my characters were in hazmat suits and they were smoking cigarettes, and in this movie he's drinking. I tried to do the similar sound effect to when he was drinking coffee from the Mr. Coffee machine. Hot. Too hot. Too hot. And I guess that was all Rick Moranis. The voice, it was all him, and he improvised it himself, or he just thought, hey, I know you've made these great films of all times, Mr. Brooks, but I think I'm going to add my own James Earl Jones voice here.
Now let's talk about Rick Moranis and what he did for this character. This character did not have. He came up with the idea of changing the voices inside the helmet to outside the helmet. He came up with the idea of having John Candy in this movie. He did a lot of ad-libs. Rick Moranis, I don't think that's who people think of when they think of Spaceballs. I don't think that they think of him. But in reality, he was a big driving force throughout this movie, and a lot of the little things he did are what people remember. They just don't attribute it to him.
I believe so too. The action figure scene, that was all improvised, and I think some of the stuff in the tape scene when they're looking, back and forth, and that what's happened to now, what just happened to then. He did a lot of improvisation during that scene also.
One of the things about this movie is that, to me, it's a dad movie. And what I mean by that is I know so many dads from when we were kids who still watch this movie now. And I thought about this last night. I wrote it down, and I asked a couple people at work, what does your dad think about Spaceballs? And every one of them said, my dad loves Spaceballs. So why do you think it connects to, like, your dad's generation?
I think it was a combination of different comedic styles. Like, there's the Mel Brooks style, but then there was also the improv comedy and sketch comedy that was, SCTV and Saturday Night Live, and they took that and they put that into a Mel Brooks movie.
How much do you think it's also the name Mel Brooks? What I mean by that is, say Tim Burton directed this exact movie, every joke was the same. Your dad's probably not going to watch that movie because Mel Brooks didn't direct it. Because
I think maybe they put a lot of weight, especially Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein. Like, every guy, I'd say 48 years or over, thinks Young Frankenstein is the funniest movie they've ever seen.
My parents' first date.
Yeah.
True story.
So, I mean, I think when he brings that gravity into it, too, and especially the spoof of the movies from the 70s, like Planet of the Apes, the Star Trek films, Star Wars, Alien, things of that nature, it was right in their generation's wheelhouse. Like, of course, we laughed in it, but I think, what, Glenn?
I was going to say wheelhouse.
But do you like this movie? Do you own this movie, Glenn?
I do own it, and I do enjoy it. My son has enjoyed it for probably, I would say, maybe since he was 7.
So even though you don't appreciate Star Wars as a film, I mean, you'd still enjoy Spaceballs?
Spaceballs isn't just about Star Wars.
Okay, no, that's not. I mean,
you would have to be some kind of Lucas Indian asshole to think that this whole movie is about Star Wars. This movie is about several things.
It's about power. It's about
greed. It's about merchandise.
It's about following your destiny.
The struggle of life and love.
What do you feel about the George Lucas involvement in the movie?
Well, he limited how they would be able to sell merchandise.
Yes, but that was his big thing when he originally produced Star Wars for 20th Century Fox. He's like, all right, I want the rights to the sequel, and I want to write. You can pay me shit, but I want rights to the sequel and I want rights to the merchandising. So I didn't think he'd want somebody else to piggyback off of his success.
Right, I agree. I think.
But I would love to have some of the Spaceballs memorabilia. I think that'd be pretty awesome.
There is none.
There is none. I mean, I'm sure they produce prototypes for the movie. What from there would you like to have?
The blankets.
The blankets. I guess probably the action figures if it came down to it. But the lunchbox would be cool. The plush doll would be fantastic. The sheets would be great.
Your wife recently obtained some New Kids on the Block sheets. Is that correct?
Yes.
How much did she pay for those?
Probably like $3. But they don't fit. I mean, they don't fit. I assume you and your wife have at least a queen size bed.
Or king.
Or king. They don't come that size.
Right, but I'm thinking bachelor house.
Okay. Bro house 2030. Is that what we're going for?
2030. I was thinking that maybe. Now I have a question for you. Can you hear a ding?
Yep.
You can hear that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure people that are listening for the first time are annoyed at all. It's fine.
You know what this ding is?
I don't know what the ding is. Maybe if you put headphones in, we wouldn't have the problem. Just saying. No big deal. No big deal. It's fine. Also, back to the George Lucas. I just think it's kind of cool that he's totally okay making fun of himself because he's done it multiple times with Family Guy and Robot Chicken. He's given them permission to use likeness for every single character, and I think he kind of embraces it. You know, the same kind of nerd kind of humor that they've created is probably something that is right in his wheelhouse.
I mean, you have to be a pretty cocky asshole to be George Lucas, right? I'm not splitting hairs here, am I?
I'm sure he's very nice. I'm sure he's very nice in real life. If you say, "Hey, I want to make a spook movie," he'd totally be okay with that.
What do you think about the museum?
Isn't it going to be in Chicago? Isn't that what they
Chicago.
decided? Where?
Chicago, yeah.
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah.
That thing is really pissing me off.
That's fine. I don't understand. Maybe you need. We'll press pause on this whole thing. get motherfucker Jones on the line, and we'll make this happen.
I don't know what the ding is. It's upsetting.
I mean, it'd be almost as if you had your cell phone message beep going off consistently during another podcast.
That was motherfucker Jones's problem. That wasn't mine.
Well, what problem is this?
I don't know. Things are happening. Can we stop and restart?
Okay.
No, we can't do that. I don't think we can do
you can do that.
All right. Well, if people at home would be very, very patient, I'm going to try to figure this out. Hold on. You just keep talking.
So Spaceballs, huh? Spaceballs. When you stop there and you think of Spaceballs, you think of all that Rick Moranis, that Colonel Sanders. What is it, Sergeant Rico? You're really a spaceball. You know that, don't you? Thank you, sir. I notified Lord Helmet he's on his way. You know, when I watch Radar, I always drink coffee. Of course, we know that. Of course, we know that. We all know that, sir. I'm surrounded by assholes. Everyone's an asshole, except for the one guy that had it's a replacement of the guy who's got his nuts scratched. The entire poor guy. He's like, I'm the new guy, and I'm not an asshole. Even Michael Winslow, the guy from the Police Academy movie, he's an asshole. Do you think we fixed it yet, Glenn? Or I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything. Okay. What if you just push your button when? Hey, Glenn. I think you need to push your button, and then we'll talk about Spaceballs, and it's going to be fantastic. Up there on the screen. Up there. Up there. I think you got to put. I look at yours. Glenn, I can't. Your thing. You got to go up to your thing. I'm looking at my finger.
Wait.
Did you go to the
What?
thing?
What's your problem?
All right. Hey, Glenn, how's it going?
How's it going?
Good. You think we got the bings under control? Okay.
They are not under control. I'm managing the best.
Is there some updates you needed to do, and you didn't do these updates? All right. Well.
I updated the whole thing. I don't know what more you can do.
Okay. Well, what are you gonna do? I'm doing it.